Sounds great.
Okay, but in reference, Tommy, to you getting stung by a stingray and now having an infection because you went in the Brandywine, I take it?
Yeah.
So yeah, I was just taking this aquatic system sampling class, and we were taking samples from multiple creeks and rivers in the Catoctin Valley. And the amount of insects and bugs that were found within like a 2-inch by 2-inch like square on these trays is fucking mind blowing.
That's disheartening, but
yeah, we were on the microscope. So rivers are mostly bugs. That's what I'm getting at. Rivers are mostly bugs.
bugs all the way down.
Mm-hmm.
I think now that I've been like I got this like wound cleaning soap, John. And then I got like your Neosporin boy. But on since day
Neo
3,
Bio.
what is your? Would you do bandage on or bandage off to keep it like dry, or would you keep bandage on to protect the boy, but also keeping more moisture in?
I would do bandage on Neosporin for a few days and maybe sleep with no bandage.
Yeah, so my thing has been like, go through work. I think I'm on day 3. Go through work, bandage on Neosporin, post work, shower, no bandage.
Good, yeah, give a good scrubbing in on it.
Yeah, that's and then I got like the antibacterial soap. I'm not too worried about it.
If you see a line like coming off of it,
yeah.
I had one of those when I was in the Pine Barrens one time because I got real drunk and put a cigarette out on my hand, and it got infected because I was staying in the Pine Barrens, and that started happening. But I was in a lab, so I just like I rolled up a shirt and bit it, and like took like 90% ethyl alcohol and my multi-tool and just fucking like surgeryed myself and disinfected it.
Yes.
And it worked.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, there's better ways to do it. There's better ways to do it.
Some Robinson Crusoe self-surgery shit.
It's not to be glorified. It was just stupid.
It's just yeah, I really wish in retrospect I had because it was such like a blah cut, I didn't really think much of it.
Right.
But no,
it's the little ones.
Mm-hmm.
It's you know, they think what's his name? Achilles got his foot cut bad and died from it because of magic. And nope, I bet you any money it was infection.
Yep.
Oh hell yeah!
And that's why they say all cuts happen within 4 miles of the home.
Well,
most, yeah. Excuse me.
And you know, by bringing a sword into your home, you increase the likelihood of a sword being used on you.
That's true. Chekhov's sword.
Swords will cut you wide fucking open.
That's true too, though.
Saw a big bolt of lightning. That was tight.
Just seen a
I
big
sure
old
did.
bolt. Blech.
Anyway, and with
I was
that,
hanging out with
the gods
Joe.
herald our arrival onto the stream.
That's true. What's on the agenda tonight? What are we just hanging?
Nobody knows. It's a
Yeah,
mystery.
we're doing. Well, I guess I'll as second in command DM, I'll take over the
and just
intro
in general
and say welcome to How to Kick Flip a Horse. We usually do tabletop RPGs, but this week we're doing a little something we call From the Horse's Mouth, where we hang out and we talk about all types of stuff. Last week we talked about Aliens, the film series, a fair amount. We probably did talk about regular, aliens that exist also. But yeah, this week it seems we're talking about wounds and infections. So far,
treat them early and often.
Treat them right.
Yeah.
Treat them well, and they'll treat you well.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
think the lesson here is don't swim in the brandy wine with an open wound.
Mm-hmm.
It was. I had got.
And also leave stingrays alone.
Leave stingrays the fuck alone.
I was trying to leave them alone.
They tried to teach you the lesson by only taking Steve Irwin.
Yeah.
I know, but I needed.
God rest his soul.
I wasn't I had no intention of catching a stingray.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's good.
It was more circumstantial.
They don't call it a snuggle ray, you know what I mean?
Stingray. That's fair. I bet if there was a fish called the snuggle ray, though, it would be real cute.
It would be really cute. It's probably a Pokemon.
I wish they were snuggle rays instead of stingrays. They got that kind of abrasive skin, don't they?
They're in the shark. They're in the shark family. Yeah.
Yeah, they're just like flat sharks.
Skates.
I was gonna say, like, do you think there's any possibility that it's like rough skin just like rubbed up on you, and you think you got like a gash from that?
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me because like everything I read about them was like super painful. Like you couldn't not know that you were like injured.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying if the barb got you, I think you would have.
Yeah, I agree.
Totally
so like
noticed.
And it just seems so odd. And then like it was also like a pretty clean cut. I think I actually took a picture of it when it happened.
So your thought was not clean; it was picture.
Well, I mean, I did clean it. I mean, I also I didn't know I was cut. I walked around for a little bit, like doing like whatever beach activities, and then I looked down. And I was like, oh shit! And then I like wiped it off.
Trail of blood in the sand.
I think someone gave me a Band-Aid. I think I put something on it with the Band-Aid. Pretty sure, but definitely cleaned it off. We did like a little first aid John. And then I went into Brandywine. I think that was Friday that happened. And then I think, no, it must have been, that was Friday. And then I think I went into the Brandywine the very next day. Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
That's a custom sumo stream up.
I just wanted something to be in the fucking background while we talk, so I just put sumo on.
I sent you a message saying, seeing if you could put up a stingray.
Good call. Stingray. That's actually a way better idea than putting up random fucking sumo.
Well, because as part of tonight's episode, I anticipated us doing a from the horse's mouth. I did compile a short list of things to talk about, as well as well, I guess it's not a question as much as it's something.
A lesson learned in time? Oh my goodness.
Jesus Christ. All right, Billy.
Oh boy.
Calm it down.
Wow, you guys love that one.
Not a question, just some Reddit nerd complaining. But I think it would be fodder for an interesting conversation. The first thing that I got on the list is I wanted to ask if another big lightning. I wanted to ask if either of you guys have any fun tales from any other games that you've played recently, like be it tabletop or video games, anything.
That's a good question.
That is a good question. No, I think I mentioned how underwhelming the Halo campaign was, but that was a couple weeks ago.
I do remember talking about Halo a bit.
Yeah.
You were playing Halo for a bit too, weren't you?
Yeah, it was on
the stream.
Yeah, we did pop some scrubs.
We popped scrubs.
Pop them scrubs.
Yes. Pop those scrubs.
That's what they get.
Dang. I mean, D&D's been going well for our campaign, but we were in a little bit of a transitional period from as we were concluding one arc and starting the next. So things have been running smoothly, but there hasn't been any super wow moments, but it's always fun. So I don't know. They're all wow moments for me.
Hell yeah. I mentioned this to Ivan in another group chat we have, but we bought this property out here because I want to try to be self-sustainable and stuff, and part of that is raising chickens and bunnies for meat for my family. But I literally look away every time I have to snap a rabbit's neck in the long dark. I literally hate fucking watching it.
I mean, I honestly think you're a monster for even considering eating a rabbit. It's just too cute.
They are so cute, but I feel like humans are way more meant to eat deer and rabbits and like chicken over like cows and pigs and all these other things that take a long time to raise.
That's kind of fair, especially in areas where, if it weren't for the fact that people ate the wild ones, those animals would just be considered vermin.
Right.
Yeah, pretty abundant. But I don't know. I imagine there's like also a world where like we didn't kill all the wolves.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the wolves probably would have done a fine job of keeping those populations in line.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
But then the worst species, humans, came along.
Yay, go us.
And
Tommy, we killed God.
God was... Tommy, I wanted to specifically ask you about the Alien board game that you showed us. Have you had a chance to play that, or have you played it before?
I have not. That was a walk by special. Just was like
amazing
in the store. Saw that it was like Target or something. We were in towels, and I was like, oh, I like forced Rachel to walk through all the toy aisles. I'm like, I don't care. I was like, I want to look at them. I want to see what's going on. I want to see what toys they're doing right now. And then like I walked past the board games. We picked up Catan because that's an essential.
Of course.
To have at the cribby. And then I saw that and I was like, my buddy has been like ever since he had his kid. He's like, we haven't been like partying as hard, obviously. So he proposed like getting like a board night game to get like a board night night together. So I was like, well, I'll pick up this so like I have one. Lets him know I'm serious about his board game night.
I'm invested.
Yeah, exactly. So I haven't delved into it because like I don't know. I should do this before tomorrow. Gosh, to see if I need to be a like an instructional lead, or if it's like something that we can like if the alien moves like this,
figure it out while playing.
Yeah, I do enjoy that. Like I couldn't imagine the game's more difficult than me. Like, so I think we'll hack it. But we'll see. I will report on how well it goes.
Hell yeah.
Okay. I have another one that I'm pretty excited about that Rachel got me. Was I think I showed you guys the picture. It's like the Dark Ritual Cthulhu game, and you have to stop the ritual. But I haven't played it. But the box has some weight to it, some heft. So
there's a couple pretty crunchy Cthulhu board games. As far as I'm aware.
I'm hoping it's like mid-tier crunch. I'm not going. I don't need too much crunchiness in there.
Is it the Arkham Asylum? Or is that the Batman game?
That's Batman.
That does sound like Batman, but I have it downstairs. I might cut up for a second.
Arkham Horror?
These people keep drawing butts on this stingray. Do you see this?
No.
There's multiple butts on it.
This is really good. This is delicious.
I mean, stingray's got poop too.
More like a thick ray.
Ew.
How you gonna sting with the cheeks clapping?
I love that this is our background. This is really informative.
Is it okay that we do this?
Are you threatening the stream with stingray butts? The sanctity of the stream has been broken for such petty content.
Yeah, maybe we should stop.
It does say that this is 90 to 120 minutes a game. But they say like 14 and up, 1 to 5 players. The game is called Cthulhu, Death May Die.
Whoa, shit. What happens when Death dies?
I don't know. We're going to have to play the game to find out.
Fuck.
The game also has a little disclaimer that it will not tell you what happens when Death dies.
Whoa. You gotta like make that part up?
Yeah, it's player to player.
Okay.
I don't blame
The Board Game Geek Board Game Geek description is pretty good. This isn't the beginning of it, but
I had just the highlight.
part of it says, you start the game insane, and while your long-term goal is to shoot Cthulhu in the face, so to speak, at some point during the game, you'll probably fail to mitigate your dice rolls properly, and the end of that sentence wasn't as good. But
shoot Cthulhu in the face was tight.
You start the game insane is a good starter for a Cthulhu game, because so much of that fiction is just like people going insane, you know?
Yes.
No doubt, that's like the standard of like how into the shit are you,
Right?
Is like your insanity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and most of the games I picked up. Shit, where's my damn RPG folder? I moved my desktop icons around like a dummy. Here it is. Picked up a game called Cthulhu Dark recently. They have a one-page version available. I haven't looked at it too closely yet, but apparently it's like a super rules light Cthulhu game, and it's pretty versatile, pretty easy to add to use it as the rules for a lot of other existing Cthulhu adventures. Seems pretty cool.
Cool Thulu.
Cool Thulu. That's Cthulhu in sunglasses.
Mm-hmm. A leather jacket.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
Right?
Good old Thulu boys.
Did save the world that one time.
It's true.
Yeah, BRB.
And Christmas too,
Right.
I think, one time.
Well, technically, he saved every Christmas by allowing them to occur.
That's true. I have Cthulhu Saves the World. I've heard it was fun.
I have it too. I played maybe like an hour of it. It was fun.
Yeah.
It's very very aggressively old school.
Got it. It seems like it has like a theme, like maybe almost a gimmick.
Not even really like a gimmick. It's almost just like it plays like reskinned Final Fantasy 1. If I'm remembering correctly. It's been a long ass time since I played it.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
But,
and I got this Viking game
yeah,
that I should have
much the
just
same.
given you. Expedition Vikings? You don't have it, do you? No, you don't.
I've never heard of it.
It was in a bundle, and I was like, this looks cool, I'll play it. And I'm looking at it right now, and I'm like, I would never play this. I should have given this to Ivan. What am I doing? It looks like World of Warcraft with Vikings.
Okay. Huh.
I just hate that, like I'm a bird flying like 3/4 of an angle above you. There's a bunch of spells bind to numbers. Like I don't know what it is. I need to not be closed-minded about it, but every time I see it, I'm just like, nope, can't do it.
I mean, you know, it's not for you. It's not for you.
Yeah. But that shouldn't stop me.
What's this game called again?
Expeditions Viking.
Expeditions Viking. I'll look this shit up. Got a very angry, blood-spattered man with a great mustache in the thumbnail.
I think it's beard more than a stash. Although I've
I mean,
never
it's good-
seen
it's a good
metal and
beard, too.
stashes before like that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's my mustache armor. Don't you dare try to trim my shit.
Your scissors are useless.
Burdens of leadership. Oh, that guy's got cool face tattoos. Watching the trailer for this now.
I figured.
Some snow.
Snow way.
Oh, got him.
Hey. It took me too
Yeah,
long.
this looks like a pretty standard, top-down, semi-isometric RPG, right? You think is it turn-based or real-time?
I think it's real time.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. I think it probably plays a lot like WoW, but I don't know.
I never actually played WoW.
You ever play anything like it? Like, God, I don't know. What are other games that are like it?
I don't know.
I could throw Leagues of Legends in there.
I don't have any.
Almost even Neverwinter Nights, I think, is pretty close.
That I have played. Me and Denver were playing that for a little while.
Let me look at Neverwinter Nights and see if I'm tripping. Yeah, it's a lot like that.
All right. That one you could pause it when you're playing single player.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I can kind of see from what I know of World of Warcraft. I never played League of Legends either.
Yeah, me neither. It's more arena battler anyway.
Yeah, it's like closed maps, and you're like doing like team based or like squad based.
Yeah.
Combat, right?
I think there's some Overwatch characters on there if I recall correctly.
Oh yeah.
I think so.
It's
I think you play
Blizzard
like
too.
I think so. I might be mixing it up with something. But I think that's right. I want to just confidently just lean into that. I think that's right.
Confidence is key, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not good at not just being like, I'm like 90% confident in that. I always say that out loud at work, and I'm like, I should really just like not announce how confident I am at things all the time.
I don't know. I feel like it's it's important to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's true. Some of the new kids we train at work are like so honest. One kid just straight up was like, "Jesse, you ever done heroin?"
Whoa!
Yeah, I was like, Jesus Christ, you really just like go for it,
This
huh?
is your first day, dude.
Right. Damn.
Holy fuck, man.
I was like, respect, but like, I'm not talking to you about this right now.
Wow. Well, I
think I also said no, but I was like, don't, like, we're not going, I'm going to say no, but like, we're not going down this road. Don't ask about anything else.
What about like oxys?
Right.
No, man.
You ever heard of kratom? Like,
Let's not have this conversation at work, bud.
I'm good.
Yeah, I guess oversharing is the thing people do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're training like 4 kids at once right now. It's really real fun to just see how their like personalities blend in the weird ways they like form a little club.
They're like, we have to hang out together or else we'll be forced to hang out with the olds.
Yeah, and me just making really dumb jokes all the time. I'm just a bowl of eye rolls and being helpful.
Eye rolls can be helpful.
Mm-hmm. The one dude likes to sort of go on a bit like he's one of those dudes that'll just not that it's a bad thing in any way, but he's one of those dudes that'll just like be 0 to 60 in a conversation, like he blindsides you. You're like, okay, hold up, like we're already mid conversation, like you hit the ground running when you started talking to me. What? You know what I mean?
Right. Sorry, man. I have not been privy to the last 10 minutes of your internal monologue.
Yeah, I was just like, whoa, hold up. You have been there. We did not start at the same place.
Right.
Exactly.
Where are we?
But he was talking about how hot it was, and he was like, yeah, my car said it was like 6,000 kilopascals over pressure. And I didn't really know what to say to it, so I just kind of went, damn, that's a lot of kilopascals.
I think that's a perfectly acceptable response, honestly.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, you're sure not wrong. It's not few kilopascals.
Yeah, I mean, kilo means 1,000, so that's at least like if you're saying pascals, then that's got to be at least 2,000 regular pascals, right?
Yeah, at least.
I'm saying.
Math was never my strong suit.
Me neither.
Let I think you did fine. I think
Thanks.
you did perfectly good.
Thanks. It's fun being a 35-year-old child at a job.
Yeah, that's the secret. Is you know, you never really feel like an adult.
No, it's always they say just fake it till you make it. But here's the trick: you're always faking it.
Even when you make it.
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
Even with people's lives in your hands.
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
Just go, whew, that went better than I hoped it would.
God, I'm thinking of like... Oh, God. I don't know. I was trying to think of some like famous war thing, but all I could come up with was like somebody saying that after 9/11, and that's pretty terrible.
Some war thing. Hot gates.
I don't know. I was just trying to think. My original thought was like George W. Bush standing on top of a pile of rubble in a desert with like an American flag in his hand.
Mission
I don't
accomplished.
know. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's good. You should draw that. Someone should.
Yeah. It's but like, you know how he did the thing where like veterans from his war, he's like collecting their paintings or whatever, or he's doing, I don't know, something. It should be a veteran painting that picture, a painting of a veteran painting that picture of George Bush.
Mm-hmm.
Get even
A
more
painting
mad about it.
A veteran painting a picture of George
a hero.
Bush painting a picture of a veteran painting a picture.
Painting a bunny.
George Bush painting a bunny.
Paint me once. You won't paint me once.
Paint me once. You're not gonna paint me again.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen this game Stray?
Yeah, it looks cool.
Those look pretty cool.
I've heard it described as
watching...
like a 5-hour indie puzzle RPG.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if indie needed to be thrown in there, but yeah.
Is it indie?
That's why I don't think it was appropriate to say that. I don't think it was indie at all.
I mean, I'm legitimately asking.
I have no idea, honestly.
I don't know who developed it.
Oh,
but it does look awesome, and I do like the idea of playing as a kitty cat.
Mm-hmm. We get to
publish this motherfucker, or developed it. Blue 12 Studio, published by Annapurna.
Hell yeah!
They do like art games.
Art game.
Art game. Oh yeah, I know most of these.
What other games?
Let's see. Let's go back to the beginning of that list. They did that game 12 Minutes, which looked awful. They did Outer Wilds, which looked great, but I couldn't play because piloting the ship was awful. They did What Remains of Edith Finch, which I have, but I have not played.
It's like Is
it cool?
It's a railroad story.
Sure, I've read it described as like a walking simulator.
Yeah,
but it's got it's
cool though.
Murder. It's like murder mystery shit in it.
Yeah, right? Yeah, it's cool. It's less solving puzzles and more like experiencing like this cool story. But it is really cool.
Oh yeah. They also did that game Journey.
Sorry, y'all.
Okay. Hey, what's up? Welcome back.
Thank you.
I'm going to switch out real quick because I'm going to throw pizza in the oven.
That's great, because what happened to me was I had received delivery food. And it was a late order, and I was like, I'll just eat it on the stream, but it was this ramen, and it was so good. And it was so loud, too. I was like trying to eat it, and I was like muting myself and
blurping.
Exactly. So I was like, I'm going to excuse myself and then just destroy this extra spicy ramen.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. How's your sinuses feeling?
Good. They feel liberated. They feel like they flow.
Hell yeah. Well, now that Jesse's going to go procure himself some food, I guess I'll talk to you about the game Stray instead.
Okay, so I was considering buying it because it's like $40, right, or 29.99.
$29.99 on Steam.
Are you calling it? Are you giving me the? Should I get it?
I mean, I wouldn't say don't get it, but I'm saying I'm definitely interested in it. I haven't played it yet, though.
Oh! I thought you picked it up.
No.
Are you waiting for sale time?
My finances dictate I must wait for sale time.
Hell yes.
Unless I sell a lot more Crime Cats.
I do love Crime Cats. I actually want to get signed up for some Crimey Boy sticker pack.
Yeah, man.
I just like it's like I'm always like stuck in this thing where I'm like I'll just talk to him at D&D.
Well, now we're talking about it on a live stream.
That's true.
Shameless self-promotion.
No doubt. Actually, look, we're really putting our money where our mouth is. Well, hold on. Let me put my phone on the charger. I'm on 3%. But I'm gonna buy a sticker pack off you right now on live TV.
A live sticker pack.
Live
sale.
Sticker pack attack. Amazing. I also really enjoyed your teeth. that was teeth was that was good. That was really good. I mean, in the simplicity, but it fully captures like the what it were you.
Yeah,
Was it conveys.
No, I took a screenshot of a video of someone bothering their asleep cat, and I was like, "Look at that! That's such a good image." And I was like, "I'm gonna draw that big."
Hell yes! Very good.
So I did it. I'm prototyping Teeth 2.
Teeth 2.
There it is.
Electric
Teeth 2.
Boogagina. Electric Gina teeth.
Oh yeah, my goodness.
Oh no, not that teeth.
Vagina dentata.
Yes, exactly.
Oh yeah.
Wait, so you guys weren't talking about teeth?
No.
Oh.
We were talking about.
Okay, I got to BRB again then. Never mind. Oh. I'm just kidding.
Ivan, hit me with your I guess in the chatty, hit me with your Venmo.
I got you.
Or just give it to the public. See if anyone just sends you money.
Yeah, do it.
I mean,
why are we paying Ivan?
It's my first name dash my last name. If you can figure both of those out, send me some fucking money.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Send us all some money. If you put the comment as how to kickflip a horse, I'll
What are these packs going for nowadays?
$10.
$10.
Oh, the
$10 for 6 stickers.
Hell yeah!
How many are in circulation right now? Yeah, can I buy 2, or would I just be getting doubles?
Oh, I can. There's more than enough. So I also print them like as the order comes in, and I kind of just do it at random. Like I have them all. Well, not all of them, but like up till 8 days ago, I have all of them scanned on my computer. So every time I have to print more stickers, I just make a random layout of 6 of them. So there's probably a couple doubles out in the wild, but not any. And I've also completely changed the size and the formatting and the number since I started doing them. So like the first like 2 batches were just 4, but they were bigger. And then I had the idea to shrink them down a little bit and put 6 on a page, and it works just as good. You can put a smaller sticker in more places.
These they're like 2.5 by 3 or so, 2 by 3 or something. They're
they're
really nice.
I think they're like 2 and change by 3 and change.
I sent it. I want 2.
You want 2 packs? Great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hell
amazing.
Yeah.
I will print those out and mail them to you tomorrow.
The only thing is, I leave terrible Yelp reviews.
No Yelp. That's fine. Just make sure your Venmo comment is private, so they can't share it with the police.
True.
What the hell? What the hell's a trade? You can trade with people on Steam.
Oh, what?
You can trade like little I got Jill Valentine card.
Oh, the card things.
Ah.
But But you can family share your Steam libraries.
That is pretty cool. The amount of games that you can remote play together is also pretty ballin'.
Hell yeah.
Because it's a lot of them. It's like, you can do like, what's this shit called? It's like,
butt sex.
No, I don't fucking know. Yeah, it's butt sex.
Mm.
Let's do this. Dynamic collection on the Steam library. So you can just you can select co-op games, you can select remote play games, you can select co-op remote play games, and then it just saves them all into a list so you can just see all of your games that you can do that shit with. And it's really useful.
Hell yeah.
Like I found out Death Trash has co-op. I didn't know.
Whoa. I
think that would be super fun.
That would be super fun co-op, yeah. I'd be into that.
Oh yeah, we should give that a shot sometime. Mm-hmm. It was a fun game. I got a little bit lost. Like I was playing it pretty regularly for, I don't know, like 3 or 4 days, and was like making progress or whatever. And then I put it down for some amount of time, and by the time I came back to it, I was just like,
no idea what to do. Yeah.
What do I do? I'm just like, my guy's just out in the middle of some fucking desert. What the fuck am I doing?
Right. And like some of those villains are tough. Like those battles are not necessarily easy.
Oh man, a lot of the fights are really hard. Yeah. It's like, it reminds me a lot of it's like if Fallout 1 and Hotline Miami had a baby.
Oh, there you go. That's a fun baby. I'd go to that. Consummation.
Yeah. Probably a hot mess.
Yep.
But
yeah. Consummation parties are
definitely a fun game. I can only imagine it would be improved with 2-player.
Another indie developer, right? Let's shout that developer. Who's that?
Probably. Let's find out. Steam knows.
Yeah.
Not me.
I'm
Crafting Legends was the developer. Let's see if they've done anything else.
Cool.
Nope, that's it. Just Death Trash.
Whoa, good for them. Just coming out the box so hot.
At the very least, it's their only thing on Steam. They only have 885 Steam followers. That's kind of
wild.
Bonkers.
I'll
follow them.
Did you guys play Inscription by any chance?
I know you did.
Oh my god, I was obsessed with it. That game's fucking tight.
So compared to Annapurna, the developer, I guess this is the publisher. Let's see about the developer of Stray. Oh, that just takes you to the, what the fuck? Get out of here. I clicked on the developer's name, Steam.
Yeah, Steam.
It's different.
Come on.
Unless Blue 12 Studio is just a thing that exists within Annapurna, which might be the case.
Very true.
Annapurna has 67,044 followers compared to Death Trash developers. 800 something.
Hot dog.
Yeah, man. Video games are wild. Well, yeah, shout out to that developer. People should go check that game out. It's fun, and it's probably only like, I don't know, $9 or something.
Yeah, it's actually 20.
We got a free demo, 20. Well, whatever. It'll go on sale.
It's still good. I mean, these are indie developers here. How many times, like,
that's true.
At Call of Duty trying to charge you $60 for a fucking game and then $60 for a goddamn battle pass the same year the
rest of the game.
Yeah, the same year that fucking Breath of the Wild came out. Are you kidding me? You think your game's worth $120 while Breath of the Wild sells for fucking $60? Fuck you, Activision. Yeah. Go fuck yourself.
They are a very bad company.
Get heated.
Super heated. I was trying to set up something to play a game for you guys that I wanted to surprise you with.
Whoa!
Unfortunately, that goof is not going to come to pass this evening.
Aww.
Because another very bad company, Epic Games, can't figure out a bug on the free game this week. Well, I'll just go ahead and tell you. It's
Yes,
it's Lawnmower Simulator.
Whoa! Oh my god!
I was gonna try and do a lawnmower
Competition?
simulator run as Lawnmower Man from the movie Lawnmower Man.
I've never heard of that.
Whoa, really? I can't believe we've never talked about this. It's extremely good late 80s, early 90s proto cyberpunk type movie.
Oh hell yeah!
With some of that like good early CGI.
Nice. How much Clive Barkerism is there?
I think it's originally based on a Stephen King story, but I think he also like disavowed it. Like he didn't want his name on it because he thought it was really bad. But Stephen King is wrong about it being bad because it's actually fucking great, and he should have petitioned to have it be called Stephen King's Lawnmower Man.
Yeah, idiot.
But it like apparently it like only took the name and like a couple other like small points, and then made a Buck Wild story about MK Ultra type
Holy shit.
like virtual reality experiments.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! I just received a Steam gift. Jesus,
You alright, dude? What just happened? Do we need to call a hospital?
My tongue got too big for my mouth. With joy, I just got a Steam gift from our good buddy Tommy of
shit.
Stray. Thank you, my friend.
Oh, this fucking guy.
No doubt. It's payday, baby.
Nice.
Oh man, fantastic!
Hell yeah.
Thank you so much, dude. That's
Glad I could bring some. You gave me cats. I'll give you cats. Bunch of cats.
That's adorable.
Cats helping cats.
Fantastic.
Fuck yeah. Enjoy that.
Well, now next time we do it from the horse's mouth, I'll be able to tell you guys how Stray is.
We'll write it off as content.
Yeah, get it. We'll subtract it
Yeah.
from our Twitch payout.
I was like, I had to run all the way to. I didn't think Rachel had an account tied to a card tied to this, but I wouldn't put it past her to like link her own card to an account so that I wouldn't spend her like she. She's like, I don't know. She's like, if I spend $1, she's like, I will make this up to you. And I'm like, it's not necessary. But yeah, so I had to double check if it was like mine or hers.
Sure.
But hell yes. Cheers.
Appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. That's really, really, really sweet.
Go Games.
Hell yeah.
Go games.
Mm-hmm.
It was so nice it shut my brain down momentarily. That was hilarious.
I saw that. Yeah, do a quick reboot.
Yeah.
Oh
man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Poop monster.
That's me. Yeah, so what were we talking about before this extremely good gift? Oh, Lawnmower Man. Yeah, you guys got it. Tommy, have you seen Lawnmower Man?
I have, yeah. It's been like
It's
probably been
downloading right now,
decades.
Oh,
It's probably been decades since I've seen it, but like
It's so good.
taps into the machines. Like machines that have no right being tapped into.
Right, he finally does enough acid that he can make phones ring with his mind. It's fantastic. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's
doesn't
like
take that much acid to think of phones ringing with your mind.
Well, but like but it really is though.
But is it though? Because I mean, like,
it totally is.
Okay.
In this circumstance,
well, I guess what is reality at all?
I'm saying.
Is virtual reality not a part of our own reality?
Wait a minute.
Whoa.
Hold up.
I've also been watching that season 4 of Westworld, which
explains it.
Might be benefiting from me not being able to binge watch it, because it's the whole season's not out yet or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I did watch all of season 3 all in a row, and I was like, this is some of the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. But I'm enjoying season 4 a lot more.
Good.
Yeah, I like got into 2. I was a big fan. Saw where it was going, heard some negatives, and I was like, no, not my show. Then I watched like season 1 or episode 1 of season 3, and I was like, okay. Maybe. I was big hurt to find out that Raised by Wolves was canceled.
Oh
in
yeah.
like in some sort of HBO merger with like Warner or something. There was like a slew of like cuts, and Raised by Wolves was one of them. Not a perfect show, but just really weird, out there sci-fi. And if there's gonna be like subpar cop movies, like at least give me, or shows, like give me space and like robots and like conundrums.
I will certainly take a mediocre sci-fi show over more like reality TV or whatever.
Or,
yeah, like
or
whatever
superhero shit.
Yeah. Did anyone watch the show? Did either of you
one
see
new IP? I think I watched like maybe 3 episodes of it, and kind of just. It wasn't that I didn't like it; it was just that I
hated.
I don't know.
Which show?
Raised by Wolves.
Oh no! I haven't.
Not to be confused by 3 other shows by the same name.
Right. I didn't realize they made a show out of Ivan Zine.
Hey, oh yeah, that's true.
They definitely owe me some copyright infringement money.
Mm-hmm. They're actually teaming up with the YouTube channel that we were watching earlier, How to Draw Animals.
I would like the copyright infringement money now.
I mean, I can't wait until I see some dumbass Hollywood movie rip off one of my old stories.
Hell yeah.
Like, that's my shit.
Art imitates Ivan, you know what I'm saying?
So, if you were to make a D&D movie, would you like tap into the fourth wall and like the meta of the game, or would you just make a high fantasy movie that just like could be any setting? But like, if you had the opportunity to write a story or whatever, would you like nod at all to the game, or would you just stay in world?
I think it would depend on like the type of movie that you're doing. I think you could do an effective version of both ways.
I feel like I've only seen like the former though, where like any D&D content.
Yeah, they've only like, it's not that it's like a D&D movie; it's that it's like a Forgotten Realms movie.
It's like a high fantasy, like I just like, I don't know, like no one's going to use spell components in this entire movie. You know, like no one's gonna like, you know, like
awesome.
you know, like that's what I'm saying. Like it doesn't need to be like, you know, like trudging through mud for 7 hours of a movie.
Right.
But like, there's
I thought you were talking about like acknowledging that the characters in the movie are beholden to the agency of players.
So
who themselves would also be in the movie.
Right. So like, it very well could be that, like in a Jumanji. Like I feel like the newest iteration of Jumanji kind of already nailed that.
Huh. I haven't seen any of those.
I've only seen like enough of it to know that like.
Is that with The Rock and Kevin Hart?
Yeah, like
yeah,
they're in a video
rules.
game,
I love
and
Kevin
then, like, yeah, like you, like the avatars are obviously the celebrities, and then like the regular people, like that's how they base their characters off of, like the players. So it's like, you know, pretty on its face, like wimpy kid is suddenly The Rock, and like, you know, whatever hot girl is Jack Black. You know.
Right.
So it's
as much as I don't want to talk about it. I think Stranger Things actually did a pretty good job of it. I really believe that seasons 2 and 3 could have just been put into season 1, and the end of season 4 would have been much better at the end of season 2. But that being said, it took me till like season 3 to realize that like this whole thing could be a metaphor for a D&D game and them actually being in a D&D game. And when I hit that, I got a lot of respect for it. But I was also like, y'all motherfuckers milk this, and it kind of took a lot away from it.
Yeah, well, TV is like
so hard.
Yeah, well, TV is just money. Like it's just like video games. Like no one wants to take a risk because it's not a financial gain to it.
Right.
So like investors aren't going to back like crazy indie games. They just have to be like breakout hits and then like maybe have a cool sequel or some shit, you know?
Right.
But it falls into movies. Like everything's like, is there IP here? Like, dude, they're making another fucking Halloween movie. Like, does anyone want this?
Is anyone like Halloween Ends though?
It is.
Rob Zombie's last one.
In all fairness, the last Halloween was pretty decent.
I don't know. I don't
Okay,
even.
that was
Wait,
a hard
are you sure
disagree.
you're talking about the last one?
No, I don't know. I might be wrong.
It might have been the last one you've seen because there was
That's
another.
probably true. That's probably
Halloween
Because-
Kills.
Oh God.
I don't know. I heard one
Where,
that
like,
was.
where it's like the fucking MAGA bros rolling around going, "Evil dies tonight."
Oh God, I hate
That
that.
shit looked awful, dude.
Yeah, I'm not hip to that.
Maybe I just
Right.
remember things different.
Maybe.
I mean, hey, no,
fuck
I mean,
that.
you
That
saw the
sounds
movie, you liked
terrible.
it. It's cool. There's nothing wrong with liking a shitty movie, you know.
Sure.
Well, if Michael Myers is killing a bunch of those dudes, then that sounds tight as hell.
Yeah. I'm sure
yeah,
they've.
for sure.
Yeah. It's funny.
But also, it is kind of dumb. They're like my favorite Michael Myers is the Shape. You know what I mean? I want him to be the boogeyman. I don't want him to be like this dude that's in prison. Like to me, Michael Myers is like almost like the Mask. He's more of a force of nature that's behind the mask rather than like a psychotic human. So the more they play into him being humanized, the more I'm like, eh.
Yeah, I mean, it's. Well, Stephen King writes like a whole thing about it. Just like once you know what it is and your brain can quantify it, it's not nearly as scary anymore.
Exactly.
So,
We talked
like-
about that with Amnesia.
Right.
Yes, yeah. And like, there's like the Alien franchise is like, you know, the more you know about the Alien, does it really
Right.
do anything for you? Are you better off knowing it? You know?
Right. Yeah, they're different realms of horror and fright, right? Like something that you're actually scared of because of its capabilities versus like what's behind door number 2, you know, unknown kind of thing.
Sure. And it's why no H.P. Lovecraft book ends. Like, it's like, you know,
Right.
oh, and then it was like the 7th tentacle monster, and he told me he's from this planet, and like, this is, you know, he's like,
Some
and then we
people
resolved
hate
it.
that shit.
Yeah, they're like,
super crazy.
And
yeah.
it's like
And they
forever.
don't mind if I
I'm
do.
still
you
crazy now.
get to make the ending in your own brain.
Yeah, right?
This is the original
The
choose your
horror
own
of
adventure.
Oh,
It was the atmosphere we made along the way.
Right.
Yeah. The real elder things were the atmosphere we made along the way the whole time.
Yeah.
My
Well,
goodness.
I might cut out for just a moment, but maybe not.
Whoop,
Pushing the range.
whoop.
I gotcha. From the wireless.
Yeah, from the
That's funny that
wireless.
that we brought up Stranger Things because there was actually some notes that I had. I was gonna get there from a different route.
Nice.
Have you guys heard of Tales from the Loop?
No, but
Speaking
I'm gonna
of,
Google it
well, it's
right
also-
now.
Yeah.
It's also
is it the
ties
game?
in back into it is a game. It's a game based on a series of paintings by some Swedish guy.
This straight up
Swedish
looks
guy.
like what was Homeboy's game that finally got free from Konami? Was it Konami?
Hideo Kojima.
Hideo, yeah. It looks like it straight up looks like Death Stranding.
I don't know how you managed to make that a one syllable word, but you did.
I'm fucking yeah. That's how I roll.
Nailed it.
It looks like some Hideo Kojima shit.
Do you want to? Do you have the
Oh,
ability
yeah.
to bring up any photos
Of
of this
course.
stuff? Just because this is specifically visual, and it is inspired by a series of paintings originally.
They like Bosch boys.
No, I think I'm looking up the painting. Yeah, they're not that crazy. But
Give me the
mean-
Bosch boys.
It's like these really like,
free my
like
hole. Sorry, what?
pastoral scenes, like rural villages and towns
With,
with
like,
just like
police and
weird
robots.
stuff, like weird robot stuff
Oh!
and like giant artifacts. And
Yeah.
Yeah, it's up right now.
They
on
did
Steam.
They did
He
a
had a
show
coffee table
on,
book.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. It was a art book originally, and I think paintings before that. But then Amazon, I guess, did a TV show of that also. And Raised by Wolves also made me think of that. Another mediocre sci-fi show that I watched about 3 episodes of and then sort of forgot about. But I was listening to another podcast, and they mentioned Tales from the Loop and Mutant Year Zero, which are both games that I had interest in. and they started talking about the whole 80s nostalgia thing. And I know you guys both know that
No.
I am not a nostalgia guy, really. Like, I can recognize it, I can appreciate it, but it's almost never something that I will actively seek out.
It's honestly the biggest obstacle in our friendship.
I don't know if that's true.
It's not. It was just for comedic value.
But I was thinking about it while I was listening to this show, that show being Dungeon Master of None, a podcast. I forget the guys' names. But it's a good show. But they were talking about how the Stranger Things really heavily banks on that nostalgia. Like it is like punch in the face nostalgia. And it occurred to me that something that I feel has kind of always, well, the first season of Stranger Things, I would say stands as, like, you know, one of the better things to have been in the television format. You know, did exactly what it set out to do in an overall fun and entertaining and way that made sense. It abided its own internal logic. It was a well put together plot.
Bro,
You said season 1?
Yeah, season 1.
How far in it have you gotten? Curious.
Oh, I watched season 1 probably 3 times.
Okay. No, I mean like the whole series.
Oh, I haven't watched any of season 4 yet.
Okay. But
okay.
The 2 and 3?
And I'm probably not gonna. Yeah, I watched season 2 and season 3. And
did you feel like it was filler?
Supremely boring the whole time.
It was filler, right?
Yeah, it was complete filler.
Yeah,
Okay, this is the first confirmation of my theory I've gotten, so thank you.
I can't believe that they gave us another season of this. And then the second time it happened, it was, I can't believe they gave us another season of this.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like the concept was just like, what if we took the scene from the beginning of E.T. and made it a whole movie?
Huh.
I don't know. It reminds me of that scene a lot.
I don't even remember the scene.
Is it where he goes...
I mean, there's plenty of, like...
It's when he says penis breath. That's why I remember it so well.
I don't remember that part.
They're playing D&D in the beginning of E.T. and it sort of has that, like,
I don't remember that
70s feel.
Yeah, I can kind of picture it now that you mention it, but I don't remember the I don't remember that.
I wonder if I can find it.
So the thing that occurred to me is that the first season of Stranger Things wasn't meant to be nostalgia. It was a unique new story done in a nostalgic style. It's nostalgia versus style. Piece. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. But it was also like it was done in that way.
Yeah, it's not like you were going, oh, this gives me fond memories of playing D&D. Like, there wasn't any of that. It was like, oh yeah, like,
right.
You know.
It became like itself referential to this sort of. It became like more idealized throughout season 2 and season 3.
Right.
And like softer, you know, like it became like, remember this 80s stuff. Versus just existing in the 80s, as like a filmmaking style.
That makes sense.
And I was like, this is why I don't like season 2 and 3.
Right. Yeah.
Because it's just doing the nostalgia. It itself is nostalgia. It's not the style.
Right, and it was uncompromisingly so.
Yes, and I'd like to bank on that too.
It's really punch you in the face with it.
Yes. And I wonder, like, because now they're, like, it's almost like they tried to use that momentum in the opposite direction, too. Because, like I feel like people are going to play D&D and have a Demigorgon in it and feel the nostalgia of Stranger Things in their D&D game. Does that make sense?
Maybe. They're going to...
Because they're releasing Stranger Things, D&D material.
Yeah. I mean, unless they get that beginner box, though, if they use the real, I don't want to say real D&D, but like the regular D&D Demogorgon, they're gonna be like, oh no, I killed everyone.
And like
this wasn't like a spooky guy. This is a world-ending horror.
Right.
This is a demon with 2 heads, and they're both dicks.
I think it's like the like getting into D&D, like I didn't feel the pull of D&D by watching the show, but like I felt like it was relatable, as where like I feel like people that got into like say like Critical Role, like those people have like deep expectations of what a game should be like, and whatnot. My, what the hell's going on?
What do you mean?
All right. Oh,
what's happening?
Computer. Just being low.
Okay.
It's good.
No, I think you got a great point there, Tommy. With the Critical Role fans getting into D&D, having a bit of a different perspective.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. Like it's just strange. Like I've definitely noticed it myself, like playing with games where like there's just like a level of expectation, like a level of like depth of lore to like homebrew, where you're like, what? You know, like, and then it just like people that just like will just mirror a character a lot, you know, opposed to like just taking like an influence. You'd be like, I want it to be this character from the game.
Very specific. Yeah, I'm not going to do like a rendition or try to like use this creativity. I'm going to just be this image.
Yeah, like this isn't a template.
Right. Goku.
Dude, yeah.
Like,
exactly
bro, at least be like opposite day Goku, or like I don't know, something. Be creative. Do something fun. Be Krang Goku.
The character's name is Joku.
Be Goku, but also Krang. Like do that. Do that. Just be Goku with a brain in your stomach. Like, perfect. You're done. You're good.
It's an obvious weakness if I ever heard one.
You tell the Ninja Turtles that, because they took a long time defeating Krang.
It's true.
There's a guy in the Marvel Universe, a bad guy, named Kang. Oh, yeah. And I was like, the guy with the brain? And they're like, no. I'm like, no, dude, that's like the guy with the brain, man. Like, and, I had to explain to him who Krang was.
The guy with the brain, man.
He's brain in the belly boy.
Main brain McClane.
Brain in the belly boy.
Gotta respect the bull.
Casey Jones.
Nobody knows how to play cricket.
What?
That's my favorite part from the movie, when Casey Jones and Raphael fight.
God.
Knowing us,
yeah, I'm impressed. I'm just so impressed with you right now.
Because how about a little cricket? Raphael goes, nobody knows how to play cricket.
That's awesome.
Great move.
Yeah. Cinematic masterpiece. Hold on a second. I think my wife forgot about the pizza.
Uh-oh. Good job, wife.
Crispy
the wife with no name.
Yowzers. Nameless wife.
Well, I hope he didn't burn his pizza. But yeah, the Tales from the Loop game looks pretty cool. I don't recall what the system is.
What you talking about?
The system for Tales from the Loop. But apparently it's the same as is used for Mutant Year Zero, which is a game. They have there's a video game of it too, is what I mean. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I was playing it a little bit earlier. It's like it's sort of like XCOM plus Stalker plus like anthropomorphic animal dudes.
I've heard Stalker is very good.
What is Stalker?
Rules. You never played Stalker? It's
did.
like it's based very loosely on the Strugatsky brothers novel.
Right, it's the Chernobyl one, right?
Yeah, called Chernobyl.
I said that a little bit better than I said today.
Shadow of Chernobyl. Hey,
Drunker. We all know I'm very good with words.
Very good. The most good.
This does look cool.
But I also had to get ready for stream, but I stopped playing it because it got a little frustrating. It was doing the XCOM bullshit where it was like dudes can hit you from spots that you can't hit them, like that you wouldn't really know you could get hit from without having played it already. Like it's
deep meta of the game.
You gonna learn. You gotta learn.
I'm not gonna.
No, I'm not.
I do not think I have it in me to play any level of any video game more than, I would say, very generously 5 times. If I hit the game over on the same part of a game that more times than that, I'm gonna just quit the game. It's too boring. I got so much other shit I could be doing.
Yeah, I can't play with that.
I have a pretty low threshold now for like shit I wanna.
Such a low threshold.
If something is about me spending time to figure it out, I'm just gonna look it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like,
you got an example of the opposite?
There's a difference between like a game sort of requiring you to figure out the next step versus like a game just being fucking obtuse.
Right. So maybe an example would be like in the Long Dark, like in the story mode, there's segmented areas, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And if I'm about to go to the next area that I can't return back to, and I haven't like found all the keys or like, done all the little things that are cool to explore and see the game, like I'm not going to like waste my time going around looking for them again. I'm just going to straight to it so I can get the experience in. You know what I mean? Like I tried once to do it naturally, and if it didn't happen, I'm not going to like spend an hour searching for these keys.
No, for sure. Finding collectibles and stuff, like when it's and like the busy work sort of aspect of it has its place. Like there's definitely games where like just cruising around finding the little whatever the fuck
for sure.
Is fun on its own and like meditative in a way, or like like Arkham City made that really really fun, like puzzles and shit to get all the Riddler trophies.
Right.
Even when some of them are just like little, like just a quick little brain teaser. So you're not just like, there it is on top of the building. Let me just wrap and hook up here. And I've spent 45 more seconds of my life playing Batman.
Exactly.
The Riddler puzzles make you feel like you did something. You're like, I figured a thing out.
Right. I'm a goddamn genius.
Right.
I am the world's
Riddle me this.
Well, you know what's also great about game puzzles?
Like
That's
Batman.
like, it's so hard to create a game puzzle. Like it's so easy, or the way I'm trying to think how I'd phrase this, but like when I'm presented with a puzzle that I don't get, like, and I can play it in a video game, I'm like, oh man, I can get this. I'll put like time on it. But if I'm playing a tabletop and they're like, and to open the door you have to solve my puzzle, if I'm like, if I don't get this in 2 fucking guesses, like I like my brain will just shut down. Like but like, I would like do the equivalent activity on a video game for hours, but like in a group setting, I'm like,
right. Like I want to get to the other part. This isn't the part of this that I like.
Right. And if the Riddler puzzles are like the one extreme, then like pretty much everything that isn't the main story of Assassin's Creed is the other end of the spectrum.
Yes.
Just to put that spectrum into position, because like, god damn it, I'm not going to go find all the feathers to like race the thief to, you know what I mean? Like just to go to the next area to find all the goddamn feathers, to jump from every high place, to catch every thief, to fucking race every motherfucker. Like I'm not into it.
I like jumping off the things.
I do. Like I actually get a little vertigo sometimes when I do it in that game.
Oh wow!
That makes me have a lot of fun with it.
The Ezio Assassin's Creed games, sort of did a much better job of all of that shit than any of the ones after them. They had the same like collectible things, but again, like to get to them was like a little puzzle. Like it wasn't just like there it is, do it. It wasn't just like a checklist, you know. It was like it actually engaged you.
Absolutely.
Right. Skyrim fetch.
Did you guys play? Yeah. Skyrim is like a Skyrim quest-wise is like an example of doing that poorly. Because like if Skyrim didn't have all the other good stuff that it has, yeah, it would be terrible. It would be insufferable to just be like, go here, kill this guy, come back.
I mean, Fallout falls into that too. Like a lot of first person.
What falls into that?
Like Fallout and other first person RPGs like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you try to like. I mean, there's an ebb and flow to it. Like sometimes I'm doing a fetch quest, I'm okay with it.
Oh yeah.
But like
I'm fine with the fetch quest if it's really fun to get to point A from point A to point B.
Sure.
Like the Mad Max game that came out a few years ago, is the driving is really, really fun. The vehicular combat is super, super fun. So driving around this huge empty world is a blast.
Fuck yeah.
Didn't even know it existed.
Dudes try and like roll up on you. You're like, check this out. I have a fucking grenade spear. Bang! You're done. Check this out. I got a giant metal cow catcher on the front of my car. I'm going to just fucking T-bone the shit out of you and break you into a million pieces. Goodbye. You know, it gives you a reason to do the busy work because the shit between the busy work is super, super fun.
Right.
Same with Shadow of Mordor. Either of you guys play that one?
Mm-mm.
Shadow. Is that the
I know the
first one?
About.
The first one, yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't like the second one very much.
I didn't play the second one, but
and the one before that was Mordor's Game, right?
I don't know about that one.
I was going with an Ender's Game.
Meets Lord of the Rings
reference.
I didn't read that. No, it's based on a book called Lord of the Rings. Sorry, I'm
just one.
But
never heard of it.
But Shadow of Mordor did a really good job of that, of giving you a reason to go do all the shit on the map, which was to fuck with the orcs and either make them fight each other or make them fight for you.
Yeah, suck at orcs.
Which was an incredibly fun mechanic, and it's such a bummer that company, I think it was Warner Brothers, put a patent on that Nemesis system so that they can just sue other games for trying to do shit like that, and no one's done it since. And then they were like, "We're not making any more of these. Fuck you guys."
Does the second one just not really like build on itself enough, or
it just doesn't have any momentum to it?
Right.
It's the bad version of Shadow of Mordor.
Right. It's like this is all already
bloated. It's all the power up trees take like twice as long. It just adds more of the bad parts in. It starts doing the Assassin's Creed thing where ranged enemies will stand behind the camera and shoot at you.
Oh god.
Love that.
So you're just like, where am I getting hit from? Behind the camera, huh? Where I could have never ever seen or defended against. Fucking cool. Good move. Good. Really appreciate that. I mean, I definitely let's see how many hours I spent playing this game I hated. What is it actually called? Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor, is that it? Or is it just Shadow of Mordor? Middle Earth Shadow of...
There you go.
Okay, Shadow of Mordor I played for 52.3 hours and loved it. Shadow of War I played for 45.6 hours and hated it.
I played Rocket League for 3,000 hours and I hate it.
Yeah, that's pretty fair. Mad Max 98.3 hours, loved it.
I don't know why I play so much fucking goddamn Rocket League.
You're on the Rocket League too, Tommy?
Yeah, it's like because it's the only thing I have that I'm currently playing on the PlayStation. Everything else is like on my computer. So if I'm just like chilling on the couch, like doing my thing, I'll queue up a game and I'll play there for what was supposed to be like 20 minutes. I'll be there for like an hour and 20 minutes. I'm like, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I'm pretty sure I was having fun. Because at least, like, I know I was being competitive and, like, that sometimes... It's weird, like, I don't like a lot of competitive games, but when I find one that works for me, definitely scratches that itch. But, like, I'm not also... Like, I really haven't gotten much better than when I, like, got, like, a little bit good. Like, I've hit my plateau. And
you gotta
I'm like,
hit trainer, baby. You hit trainer?
Yep. I refuse. See?
That's why you plateau, bro.
Exactly. Because I know. I don't
You gotta
need
get those sweet Rocket League based gains.
I mean, like, there's a lot. It goes. I've seen a lot of different people from a lot of different walks of life flex their Rocket League chops in a way that you're like, dang, that's pretty cool.
Let's go nerd.
Yeah, exactly. Universal nerds.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Well, as
burnt pizza came in. What was that about Rocket League?
Oh,
chops?
you did burn the pizza.
It was
cool.
Yeah. It's fine.
It was a joint effort.
Right. Takes a village to burn a pizza.
As much as I love hearing you guys talk about your sweet soccer cars, it was funny because for a second there we almost circled back to another thing in my show notes for tonight, which was the not a question that I had pulled from Reddit, having to deal with the sort of the issue of tedium in gameplay. So I didn't copy the whole question because it was really long. Basically, it tells a long and tedious story about their GM making the players undertake a long and tedious task in which they had to climb a belfry, chop through a wooden beam, and steal a giant golden bell. The guy like presents what he would have done if he were DMing the game, and then goes on to describe how the DM made them roll something like 30 times cumulatively for of the skill checks and reflex saves to not fall off the roof, which is absolutely reasonable to be annoyed by, I would say.
Yeah, I agree.
I guess I should have said the title of this, which was Off My Chest. Please don't make me roll when there are no consequences. Parentheses D&D 5e.
I saw this headline. I didn't read it, but I saw this
headline. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. So while I feel like in this particular circumstance he's right to be annoyed, he also mentions that it seemed like he was the only one that was annoyed with it. In which case,
yeah,
just join the conversation. Like, if the other guys are cracking jokes while they're making these rolls, these admittedly ridiculously tedious rolls, just fucking chill with your buds. Like, that's arguably one of the best parts of playing.
It is the game.
Games in the first place. To hang with your buds.
Yeah.
And you should be having a good time with the people that you're playing D&D with, even if you weren't playing D&D.
I want to comment on what you've said, but I want to throw in a quick side comment. What I love about the D&D Reddit, especially, is that no one really has any D&D related problems. They just have people problems, and that's like the entire thread is just like, hey, I got this player, or like, hey, these people dated and now they broke up.
I've got this person that I would prefer not to have a proper adult conversation with.
Yeah, exactly. And like, it's always like, and it's like affirming someone's decision or something like that. But it's just funny because like very rarely is it someone's like, hey, when I have like an opposed grapple check, like it's like always just like, so
very seldom a clarification question, and always more of a social thing. Right. This was also on the Ask Game Masters subreddit, and is not asking anything. I guess he kind of asks if it was
am I the asshole?
Unreasonable for him to be annoyed, but he also didn't really like present it like that at all.
Yeah, it's really circumstantial, I think, in that situation, because initially I was very much thinking like, is that like an issue of like the DM, or something. But like the fact that he said or they said that they seemed like they were the only one annoyed by it, it definitely makes the whole scenario more interesting. And to add what you said earlier, like just hanging with your buds is the whole point of it, right? So like make it fun. I almost want to say, like, I know that's not always the right answer, and it's kind of like a bootstrappy answer, but like, do something stupid. If you're rolling a bunch of reflex saves, like, do something stupid about it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, make it
do a backflip.
Fun, make it cool.
We'd do a fucking backflip. Like,
yep. Say instead of a reflex save, say, can I roll acrobatics?
Mm-hmm. Now, it would certainly be one thing that, like, if every fucking time you wanted your characters to, like, get out of town, like, you had to, like, run, like, you know, Helm's Deep worth of, like, or, like, you know,
right.
You know, if it was like that, like, every time you're just trying to get somewhere, I could see it, you know.
One does not simply briskly jog out of Mordor.
Yeah, like, but, like, you know, if it's like, okay, like, I want them, like, the skill, it's like, one thing I always love to do is, like, people love, if you present people with, like, going to the fair and playing games, players will take it almost every time. They'll be like, oh yeah, there's an archery thing. They're like, I'll shoot an archery thing. They know their rolls mean nothing. They're not gonna win gold or an epic item. But like, you present them with like a fucking roll, and they'll almost always take it. Mm-hmm. If you're having fun with your buds, I just couldn't imagine it being bad. Now, like, if it was hamstringing progress of the game, like maybe like I don't know, to cover for lack of preparedness or just like a lull, like then yeah, I could see it getting like pretty stressful. But otherwise, I don't know. I got a real laissez-faire approach to D&D.
Yeah, that's kind of the basis of our whole group, though, right? Like, we'd much rather make it be more chewy than crunchy. But, like, if we're climbing up, like, 100-foot ledge, like, I don't want to have to roll... Like, so, I mean, I think Ari does a really good job of this, and when we have to do a difficult task, he gives us, like, a limited amount or, like, a certain amount of rolls that we have to do to, like, progress through it. Just sort of looking for failures, but, like... It's not in tedium, right? Like, we don't usually end up rolling like 10 ways to get up a thing. It's like, oh, let's just see if anybody fucks up, and if they do fuck up, let's like play with that a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And if anything, we're probably making our own hurdles more so than anything else.
Well, if it's a door, for sure.
What if we do this the hard way?
Yeah. Don't mind if I do. But yeah.
So another thing that I was thinking though is like that. So the way this guy gives his examples of this situation is he's saying like they're completely safe. They completely have the ability and the resources to do this thing. They're not in immediate danger, and apparently there's no like consequence really of them falling off of this roof.
To like which a 10-foot high roof, and they just have to climb back up.
Well, yeah, pretty much. Apparently, like the it's not high enough to like do like lethal damage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it say what the party makeup is?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sure someone has Featherfall though.
I got the vibe that it might have been a Blades in the Dark game actually. I don't have, like I said, I don't have the original whole question. Right. It was like two pages long.
You gotta fire your interns.
Yeah, no, way ahead of you, bud. I never hired those suckers in the first place. So what I was gonna say is, I think there's always the chance for unforeseen consequences of an action, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, you fall off the roof, maybe you land on a passersby, and now that person's involved. Like, I feel like this might have also been the result of the DM just not wanting them to do this. Yeah, like that was my first guess, but then it sounded like everyone else was having a blast. So, like, I guess it was just a bad series of calls.
But like, it might be just like a little party pooper mentality, you know.
I did sound a bit like a party pooper.
Also, like, there's so much nuance, like, especially if, like, okay, one thing I can relate to maybe this fella, or the writer, I don't know, this doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Is that, like, if I was like, oh man, like, I've been dying, we just leveled up, like, I can't wait to get, like, some of my new spells, something, and you're kind of, like, chopping at that bit to really kind of get in your character, and now it's just like, yo, we're all up on the bell tower this episode, like, what? And you're like, dang, bro, like, yeah, I got you guys, but, like, one of you motherfuckers gonna cancel next week, like, I'm not gonna cast a spell for a month, So, like, maybe you're just, like, feeling that, but, like, I mean,
Maybe.
I don't know, because, like, it's crazy, because I've done like, one time I broke into the governor's office, and it was, like, one of my favorite D&D moments. It's just a lot of RPing, and I don't know, like, I probably could have rolled 7 ones, and I probably would have came out there all right, But, it doesn't matter. It's just, like, a great moment. But, oh, man, I, like, almost lost my train of thought here. God damn it.
Unforeseen consequences.
Yeah, essentially that. God, I was in such a role, in such good spirits, I totally lost it.
Well,
Killing it.
I think it's a fine time for you to lose your train of thought because we are at nearly 10 p.m., which I was told is a hard exit for our good friend Jesse.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I have to do
Got a lot of mobile members.
But it's how it goes. Summertime is the time for people to be out doing stuff. We miss you, Ari, and we miss you, Paul.
Yeah, happy
Hopefully
birthday, Ari.
Happy birthday, Ari. Hopefully we'll see you guys next week.
Are we moving?
We also may be switching nights. Yes. At some point in the future, we will be switching to Mondays, it sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
It might not be next week. It might not be the week after that. And it might not be the week after that. But it will be eventually.
Mm-hmm.
We'll post about that on our Instagram, which is a place that you can follow us. If you search for @HowToKickFlipAHorse. You can see photos of our games and drawings sometimes. And I posted a photo of some sumo dudes this evening.
Yeah, it was HTKAH, actually, Tommy's favorite.
That is my favorite. I have his handprint signature.
You got his Takata or whatever they call it?
Yeah, Tanada?
Tangata? Something like that. It's like a thing. Getting a sumo wrestler's handprint in their signature is like a whole thing.
That's cool.
It's pretty funny watching them sign them. It's literally them just slapping their palm into an ink pad and then onto a sheet of paper. And like they become like little machines. They're like
I want to be training for the sumo match, but I gotta slap all this paper first.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
But yeah, anyways, we didn't get to Sumo Corner, unfortunately. Maybe next time we'll have some Sumo Corner.
Well, there's no corners in the dojo, so,
Oh, that's a very good point.
No women either.
Jeez. Sumo is living in the past. That is true.
Yeah, unfortunately. Maybe we can start lobbying for some progressive sumo reform. Sometimes we have music. Find it on SoundCloud.com/Ayeva. That's
they just put out some tracks.
Hell yeah! I gotta check out the new Ayeva tracks. That's there. We got YouTube. You can find that searching "How to Kickflip a Horse" on the YouTube. I believe there's a link somewhere in our Twitch bio here.
Yep. Scroll down.
You can watch. Yep, there it is. I see it now. You can watch almost all of our. Oh, look at that cool handprint. Watch almost all of our old episodes there. And yeah, tune in next week, and we'll be here doing something. Thanks for watching, and thanks to you guys, Jesse and Tommy, for coming and hanging out.
Yeah,
no
thank
doubt.
you, Ivan, for preparing questions. Yeah, always being down to clown.
Always down.
It's funny, you are the resident journalist.
Right.
If only I had stayed in school.
True. The world wouldn't know what to do.
This just in, Ivan takes the world by storm.
Ivan,
corrupt politicians that we already knew were corrupt this entire time. Somehow we just needed one person to tell us this.
Philadelphia artist goes on killing spree.
Oh God.
Tune in next week.
Thanks for tuning in, the FBI.
Yeah.
That's how the song goes.
You're actually really good at it.
I mean, I've only heard it almost every week for coming up on.
Don't sell yourself
like
short, man.
2.5 years.
Same here, but I didn't know it that good. That was impressive.
It's a damn catchy tune, man.
It is.
True,
They
too,
made
though.
it good.
All right,
y'all.
Listen to catchy tunes. Check out our shit. Thanks for tuning in, and yeah, cut the stream.
Cut it.
Cut
the stream. Cut the stream.
Cut the mic.